I'm gonna make a video almost every single day convincing Gen Xers and baby boomers to start UGC and become content creators in 2025, because this kind of stuff gets posted almost every single day in my student community. And the fact that so many people still think they're too old to become content creators just blows my mind. So until everybody realizes they're not too old and that they could get started with this and be successful with it, that's how long I'm going to post these videos. Rachel is a grandma, I think, of 2 little grandkids and a mom, a wife. She recently retired from an airline company and she's doing UGC and she's crushing it. I can't even tell you how excited I am for her, and she's not the only one. I interviewed one of my students who is 60 years old, and she has worked with probably like close to 100 brands, or done like probably close to 100 UGC deals. She started in August. She made $5,000 in January. I mean, the list goes on and on of the examples I could share with you of students of mine, and you know, those are the only people I keep up with, obviously, because they purchase my UGC course and they give me updates. So there's other people beyond like my community, obviously, but these are the people I know of and that I keep up with. And I just think it's so important to recognize that people of all ages, of course, all ages, because I teach so many Gen Xers and Boomers to do this, but people of all backgrounds. Most people that are Gen Xers and baby boomers that start UGC and succeed at UGC, and I'll explain UGC in a second, they have zero background in this. They are brand new to content creation, and they just are willing to start and they're willing to learn, even if they feel like they're not tech savvy enough. So just if that's like in the back of your head, if you're thinking about that right now, like most people do, just know that you can figure this out and you can learn. So I don't think I've explained what UGC is, but it stands for user generated content. Basically, in a nutshell, UGC creators get paid to create content for companies, that the companies then take that content you create for them, and then they use it for their own purposes. So like the screenshot I shared at the beginning, Rachel, she was scrolling, I think, on Facebook and saw 2 of the ad videos that she created for companies. So she created those videos for those 2 companies, sent it to them, talking about their products or services, whatever it was, and then they are putting money behind those videos and running them as ads across, clearly, Facebook and probably other social media platforms. So you could be the one also doing this and getting paid really well for it. She's worked with like all types of companies, but this is really the best way to get started with content creation, in my opinion. Again, I've been doing this for 2.5 years. It replaced my 6-figure income. I live here in Seattle, and that was only with UGC deals. Now a big part of my business is teaching others how to do that, but I had 0% of my days that I was able to spend on teaching people. I was working my 9-to-5 job, super stressful, super anxious all the time, helping raise our toddler, and then also basically doing full-time UGC near the end. So it was a lot of work, and I only replaced my job literally only with UGC deals. And so that hopefully is inspiring to you, knowing that you can make a full-time income, but also because you're basically you're a freelancer, you're a contractor as a UGC creator, you can do this part-time. You can do this while you're retired. You can do this, if you want to make an extra $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 per month doing this, it's very, very doable. I had to make a lot more than that because I support my whole family. I do it full-time. So it's everyone's in a different position. But just know that you can do this and make however much you want, essentially. Whatever your goal is, you can kind of make it work. So, okay. That's the first thing. Second, if you want to get started with UGC and you haven't gotten my free UGC checklist that I made for anybody who wants to dip their toes into UGC and just learn a little bit more about it, that is a really, really good place to start. It's $0. It's free. So it's in my Stan store. I have my course I mentioned. So she's in my course. Everyone I've been talking about is inside my course. But that's obviously optional. My course is $87. This free checklist I'm talking about is $0. It's free. So if you go to my profile and click my Stan Store link, you'll be able to see free UGC checklist. You put your name, email, I'll send it to you right away. It's a PDF that goes over more about what UGC is so you can wrap your head around it a little bit more. And then also, it goes through the steps on how to get started with this, because the information, even like watching videos of me babbling on and on about this, could be confusing. So this is a PDF that will allow you to kind of go step by step and have this as a reference as you're getting started, if that makes sense. And then I also included a 15-minute video lesson going over how to pitch to these companies, because that's something, in my opinion, that you have to know as a UGC creator. So go get the free checklist, pause this video, save it in the right-hand corner so you don't forget it or lose it, because that always happens to me and it's annoying. But yeah, go get the free checklist. It's going to be really, really helpful as you're getting started with UGC. So why do brands want to work with older creators? Couple reasons. Number one, Gen Xers are the wealthiest generation. You guys have, like, if you are a Gen Xer, you're part of the generation that has the largest purchasing power. So brands know this. They know that if they spend a lot of money advertising their products and services to Gen Xers, most Gen Xers that see their ads or their videos, their products, are going to have enough money to spend on their products and services. So just knowing that, I feel like, is helpful. If you've never heard that before, Gen Xers are the wealthiest. You guys have the largest purchasing power. So clearly that's a massive incentive for brands to want to hire more Gen Xers and baby boomers alike to reach more of that audience. Also, you guys are professional. I don't talk about this enough, but you guys are really professional in the way that you conduct yourselves. A lot of these brands are working with influencers that are like 22 years old that can't submit content on time. And, it's frustrating for the brand. So I have heard from like so many of my students that get feedback from brands that hire them for UGC work. They're like, the comments that they say are like, the brand, loved how punctual I was. My responses were like super fast. I submitted the content on time. It was a joy to work with me. You guys are just more professional. I'm 34, so you're probably more professional than me. I try to be really professional. I try to submit content on time all the time. But I think it's a struggle for so many brands working with the younger generation to kind of have that professionalism. So brands love working with you guys. Also, your content really does come across more authentic, and this is maybe because you just have, I don't know what it is, but Gen Xers, baby boomers, your content just really does scream authenticity, which is what's working really, really well for in terms of the whole marketing sphere and like what's working for brands when they post content, when they run ads. If you come across authentic and genuine, which most of you guys do if you're Gen X or boomers, brands love that and it's working for them. You guys also just have like a lot of life experience. So, my mom is a UGC creator as well, and she's been a nurse for 42 years, and a brand hired her to be in the video. I was in like the beginning of it, but she was in most of the video because she's a nurse. So she's a nurse, she's in the healthcare field, obviously. And so they had a product specifically for healthcare workers. So they went to her and had her be in the videos for that very reason. So you could also leverage your professional career, what you've done in your lifetime, to get more UGC deals, if that makes sense. But really, I like to give the example of like, imagine you're 55 years old, you're scrolling on Instagram, and you see an ad for a product you maybe could use, but the person in that ad is like a 22-year-old. You're going to automatically be turned off. You're not going to think that that product is for you, and therefore the company is going to be losing money on that ad, right? They're literally just putting money down the drain. So imagine though, if you are 55, you're scrolling and that same product was being advertised to you, but the person in that ad was around your same age, like in their 50s as well. You're gonna pay more attention to the ad. You're gonna think it's for you. You're gonna say, oh, okay, that person kind of looks like me or is around my same age. I should check this product out. That is the gold for companies. That's why they want to hire you guys. So just like keep that in mind. Hopefully that example kind of makes more sense as you're trying to figure out if this is like a legitimate thing. Okay, I'm running out of time because I'm blabbing on and on. Go get the free checklist, check it out, Look at my other videos, follow me if you want, but I hope this inspired you to start UGC.